Hello there and welcome to the new channel.
Here to help you see
The new you.
My name is Carmine Ortega.
Dennis Calamba.
This is Nato Agbayani.
My name is Juan Lu.
I'm Chino.
I'm Trisha.
This is Apple Manansala.
This is Attorney Carlo Ibanez.
This is Attorney Sheila Santiago.
This is Angie.
This is Argamit.
My name is Dante Salama.
This is Jesse Francis Rebastillo.
I'm Dania Cunha.
Mon Mendoza.
I am Mapet Rahina.
I'm Leo Bryan. Mike.
Nice one, dear.
Sir Al Ian Barcelona.
Marvin Salazar. This is Sonny Haydee.
Heidi Lumayno.
This is Ivan Jude.
Patrick Geronimo.
Alan Perez.
My name is Erwin Ursua.
My name is Bob.
My name is Lloyd Luna and this is
Future.
The Talk.
Family Business.
The Puppet Stories.
After Shift.
PNC Town Hall.
YOLO.
Marketplace.
The Home Buyer.
HR Hotline.
Danny Art Show.
Healthline.
Foreign Affairs.
COVID stories.
Awesome Day Show.
Thank you.
Money and More.
Cybernext.
Women at Work.
Win Within.
Port Project.
The Big Picture.
Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just wanna mourn and run because the fun is all gone. Sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. We are helping you see the new you. This is Sonny Haydee streaming from San Jose, California.
And this is Heidi Lumayno streaming live from Metro Cebu. You're watching Money and More.
everyone, and welcome to the show. Happy New Year! Happy
Happy New Year,
2021.
Sunny!
Yes, it's the start of New Year, start of new beginnings for everyone. Anong mga New Year's resolution mo, Heidi?
Hindi na ako nagre-resolution kasi wala siyang natutupad. Ikaw, how was your
Ako,
New Year celebration there?
well,
Balita ko
dito,
ang taas ng cases dyan ha. Ingat ka
ma-
dyan.
yes, marami pong cases. That's why New Year was very subdued. Nasa bahay lang, and we just watched the New Year celebrations on the TV, sa TV, no? But even yung ball drops in New York, no, yung famous ball drops in New York sa Times Square, konti lang din yung mga tao, no? So it's a very subdued New Year's Day, but we're looking forward to a better New Year, no? A lot of great developments happening. It's
Yeah.
always a good. It's always good to if we're not going to start something new, at least yung pag-iisip natin, no, magbabago ng konti, no. 2020 was a very weird year for everyone, no, and New Year can be the start, no, can be the start of, if not something new that we're going to do, maybe it's something that we're going to think about, no, new things that can think about, and always being optimistic about the future of what's going to happen, because or else, di ba? Ano pa bang pwedeng gawin but to be optimistic about the future.
Agree. Especially no, after what we have experienced in 2020, dun sa
Mm-mm.
pandemic, it's very refreshing to
Right.
that we are actually welcoming a new year. So
Mm.
parang a lot of people or most of the people are um, in the hope
Mhm.
na magiging mas maganda yung taon ng 2021 compared to
Mm.
2020. So, talking about resolution,
Right.
may resolution
Right.
ka ba? Tinatanong mo ako kanina, may New Year's resolution ka ba?
Mm. Probably, if anything, if not if not anything na actionable, no, yung state of mind na lang ang baguhin, no, that there's always something to be grateful about, no. You have your health, you have your family, you have there are some things that I am grateful for, no. You have your health, your family, you have love, right, and those are things that are that one can be very grateful for. Yun, at least ganun na lang
Sa
ang maging
akin naman,
that's the least
siguro
that we can
ano,
think about.
yeah, hindi siya very specific, but I would want to create positivity
Yeah.
all throughout the year. Yung I wouldn't entertain mga nega-nega, di ba? So,
Mm-mm.
mas maayo na nga positive ta so that, kasi napaka frustrating na yung nangyari doon sa 2020. At least
Mm.
in the coming year, you have to embrace positivity, di
Right.
ba?
Yung environment is hard enough, no? Tapos yung pag-iisip mo, yung mental state mo is mahirap, kwan din, no? Negative din. So you're dragging yourself down, no? But it's a good time for us to look back din, no, on what things have happened, especially in December, no? We've asked this question last episode, no? Kumusta ang finances natin?
Yes.
Kumusta ang finances natin after the holidays, no? So after the holiday rush, baka naman magkakaroon tayo ng bill shock nung makita natin yung credit card bills natin, makita natin yung bank accounts natin. Saan napunta ang pera, no? Saan napunta ang pera? So it's also a good time for us to restart looking at our finances, no? And maybe if we haven't done this before, no, it can be a start for us to look at saving, budgeting, investing, and all of those and those things, no, that maybe we haven't started. We wanted to, but maybe we haven't started back in 2020.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Sonny, no, that the past experience in 2020 has given us a realization
Mm-mm.
that in terms of finances, we
Mm-mm.
really have to spend on our. I'm very excited that we have our guests tonight. They are very good friends of ours, and I have always admired this couple kasi ang galing nilang humawak ng pera. Siyempre, the wife is a banker, so I would presume na
Former
alam na
banker.
alam niya kung paano. So to introduce them, no, Mayen, as we call her, we fondly call her, is an education graduate, is a graduate of BS Accountancy in Ateneo de Davao and has a master's in UP Mindanao. She has been a banker for 12 years and shifted into the insurance industry in 2014, no? So from banking to the insurance industry, financial industry pa rin naman. And since the shift, she has aimed for an annual promotion until she was appointed as an agency manager for the Digal Laluces Associates in April 2019. While Toto is a BS IT graduate in USJR and worked for a digital publishing company for 10 years, no? And has shifted to the insurance industry in 2014. They are parents of two beautiful and wonderful children, si Riley and sino yung Raiden, no? Si
Right.
Riley is already 10 and Raiden is 7 years old. Let's all welcome, and we are very privileged to have them tonight, Toto and Mayen Laluces.
Hello. Streaming
Hi.
from Lapu City, Cebu.
Hi, everyone.
Pwede na yun bumukuan, pitch in if ever na kami mga emergency Mayen to.
It's great to see you both.
Hi, great seeing you online.
Likewise.
Right.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. So,
Of course.
we were
Of course.
waiting when we'll be guesting. Actually,
San, may trivia ako sa'yo. Alam mo ba yung background ni Mayen, siya yung nag-paint ng entire wall.
Ay,
See
nasa
how
likod niya na ngayon?
artistic this banker is, di ba?
Wow. Ang galing naman. Akala ko virtual background.
Evangelista or Solanyu staff. Diba?
Wow. Akala ko virtual background. Ang galing naman.
Actual yan.
Ano yan, Kwan? Katas ng pandemic yata yan, no?
Yes.
Stay at home. Yes. Okay. So,
Ng sobrang time.
so sobrang time.
Naubos na yata niyang tahiin yung mga mga damit. So kaya nagpi-paint na din siya.
Yeah, what I like about this itong couple na to, no, they're the typical, well, not so typical, but they're a typical millennial couple, no? Hey,
So
typical
cool.
millennial couple.
Borderline.
Right. And you are at the peak of your at the peak of your career, and then you're raising kids din, no? Your family, you're raising your family as well. So typical millennial family, but not so typical because you are in both of you are in the financial services industry right now, no? Coming from two different backgrounds, no? I'm glad to see you both are doing well. Let's start back in the beginning. Paano ba sandali, kasi si Mayen Blue Knight yan, no? Galing Davao. Pero ikaw to, you're from Cebu. Tama? So, paano ba nagsimula?
Cebu City. Yes.
Lapu-Lapu City.
Right. So, paano ba nagsimula ang lahat? Paano ba nangyari ang na to, ang tambalan na to?
Nagiging showbiz na paano yan, nagiging showbiz na.
Chismis muna,
Di namin
chismis.
pinaghandaan yung answer para straight from the horse's mouth. You want to answer?
We met way back in, I think, 2006 or 7.
No, 2000 or earlier.
When I was still working with my previous company. So
Okay.
She was a friend of my former boss ko, and she was introduced to me, but back then she was still based in Davao, and she's in the bank, no, and ako naman during that time I was in my previous job, no, as I mentioned, sa digital publishing. So yun.
Okay.
So and I think you were assigned here last
2007. I
2007,
permanently
yes.
moved to Cebu for my previous job. So I accepted a position in Cebu. So ayun na. Pero
yun na.
So, giyon sa mana ni mo to,
iring na siya nako.
nag-open din kag bank account dito sa iyahang bangko to.
Ana.
Yes, oo. After
Di ba?
after a month, nag-open ako ng savings account sa bangko.
Style, no?
Yeah.
Kagilok. Just.
Unya pa-impress dayon, wala gyud withdrawal, sige lang deposit. O char.
So mo Ito siya, and the rest is history.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, our episode tonight, Mayento, is about money management for couples, no? And we're very interested to know your approach on the subject because the you, Mayen, is from the banking industry, and then Toto is from the digital industry, sakto ba? Or IT industry, no? So, first, what's the biggest change that you had during the pandemic in terms of household finances?
Want to answer? For me, it's really, in terms of household finances, it's really sitting down and really going over your expenses and income. And di ba, as mentioned, no, we are in the insurance industry, so we're not earning fixed income. So
Mm-hmm.
if the sales of the team is down, so of course our income is also down. So given the pandemic, no, especially when it was just when lockdown was just starting, we don't have the digital capacities yet then to sell online to our prospects. So there was a point in time that the income really stopped. But it's just a good thing lang. It's because of the career that we have also. Um, the financial life insurance industry, financial advisory industry, you really have to walk the talk. So while you are doing the career, you also practice what it is that you preach. So it's a good thing that you were able to set aside some nest egg. So when pandemic started, although walang pumapasok na income, may natabi naman. Awa ng Diyos. And then, good thing, lockdown started in March 16 and early April, our company, Film Life, already introduced digital selling. So, we were able to go back to business as usual. So, yung adjustment lang talaga was during the time that we were not earning any income, especially during the beginning of the lockdown. So, yun talaga, we have to sit down and list down the bills that we need to really pay on time and some of the bills that we can pay at a later date. And then yun yung major adjustment for us.
That's very impressive, no? Because not a lot of couple would really sit down, literally, talking about household finances, no? Hindi lahat. So, sa'yo to, what are the
Good.
changes, what are the sacrifices that you made when you were already sitting down about this matter?
And what are the good things that you realized or you saw, no, that happened sa inyo as a family and maybe to you also personally, no, that came about from this pandemic?
Also, no, since the mention ni Mayen, no, the sitting down together and having a really long talk about yung mga expenses namin, no, saan yung mga pwede nating i-cut down, no, and we really had to make some adjustments, especially for those yung mga minor expenses kasi sometimes tayo we yung parang hindi natin nalalaman no na meron pala tayong mga minor expenses no na sometimes no we just think of it as minor but eventually those expenses, di ba, they add up. So what we also did, there are things like our gym membership, no? So especially ako, I go to the gym, I do boxing. So since bawal naman during that time, so for me it was also siguro a blessing in disguise also kasi you can save what 2,000 pesos, 2,500 pesos for a gym membership. So so for me that was also a good thing. And kasi during that time also I would rather kasi exercise at home, no, and I would run, no, sa vicinity lang. And I believe isa yun sa malaking expenses ko personally also, no. And during the pandemic also, medyo nag-cut down din kami sa gas expenses kasi yun nga we're not allowed to really go out every day, no, like we used to, no, when we were working. And aside from that also, I think we also cut down on the unnecessary subscriptions, especially yung mga dati we had a lot of yung mga digital subscriptions like Netflix, ano pa ba, Crunchyroll, no, yung mga paid premium services. So,
Crunchyroll.
yeah, yung
For the
anime
kids.
for the kids.
Disclaimer.
Okay.
For the kids. And the kids at heart.
Yeah. So yun. And pero naisip namin no not to really eliminate agad lahat, but kasi since we'll be stuck at home, so we just left Netflix as our as one of our yung continued na subscription service, just to have another outlet, no, also for the kids, since we're at home lang naman.
And in terms naman of finances, no, the pandemic is actually a two-edged sword, because you lose some of the income, but you also lose some of the expenses. So, like for us, we live in Lapu-Lapu City, no, so that's quite a distance from our office in Cebu Business Park. And so, di ba, yung gasolina pa lang, and then always eating out, because di ba, we're handling also a team of insurance agents, so our love language is always eating out. Di ba? Fellowship, coffee. So, since so we had to stop that because ngayon ang fellowship is all online. So yun. So we lost some of the income, but we also lost some of the also a lot of the expenses. So
we cut down.
We also intentionally cut down the necessary expenses. So awa ng Diyos, alive and kicking.
Right. That's good, no? Maybe some of our viewers, kasi can learn from you. Some of our viewers may not be as fortunate, no, to be financially literate. So the pandemic probably highlighted, no, some yung mga pagkukulang natin in terms of our finances, like planning, for example, or budgeting, or even just sitting down with each other, no, to plan out kung ano pa talagang mangyayari in this month, no. Anong mangyayari this month in terms of income, in terms of expenses. And I think the pandemic has shown us that it doesn't matter what your income level is, no. We can go through this, we can survive, no, when we talk about it, when we communicate it, when we have a plan. Diba? Yun ang ko natin. And
it's a matter of financial discipline, so to speak.
And it's good to see that you two as a couple, no, have that let's say openness, no, to talk about your finances. Interesting studies kasi shown that 50% of couple problems, sabi nila, is about money. No, and the lack of communication about it. Which is that's why I'd like to ask yung approach ninyo when it comes to money, no? Sa household ninyo, for example, who's in charge? Who's in charge of the bank accounts? Who's in charge of the ATM? Mga ganun.
The credit card, the ads card, diba? Who's in charge?
Sinong boss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But lang, we're very fortunate lang, no, na we're both earning. So,
okay.
And then, in terms of the finances, walang choice si Toto because I have access to how much he receives from Film Life. So hindi niya pwedeng itago. But it's just that we're very fortunate lang na we're both earning. Pero sa amin naman din, ever since, even when we were still in our previous careers, we were never really into that yung, I don't know, yung practice na yung ATM ni husband ibibigay, wala.
What's yours is yours? Yung ganun?
Wala
Okay.
wala kami niyan. So
Hindi
what before, even if ever since naman kami, we just divided the expenses. So then we have bills that we are in charge of, like so watch and learn, Sonny.
So what's yours? What's
we don't
mine
have
is yours
so
also, ganun?
like si Toto, yeah. So si Toto is in charge of the grocery, yung water bill, electric bill. Ako naman, most of the business expenses. Ako yung more on the business expenses, yung staff, staff salary, yung business expenses namin, like promotion with the, although I separate naman the when the income comes, I separate naman for our household and for our business expenses. But it's really me who this we can afford to do this for the Christmas season, or this we have to do away with this because the budget won't be able to take it. But household expenses wise, ano lang kami hatian. So I pay for the kids' school and um, yung medyo malalaki na amortization like sa car. But si Toto pays for the house and the grocery and so yun na. And then after that, kau na bahala sa pera mo where you put that. So na.
So basically, yung household expense
so now
taken care of by Toto, and then yung business expense sa Mayen.
Yes.
More or less.
More or less.
So now with the contribution of labor, division of kung saan ang so typical millennial po yan na kon parang hindi na yata uso yung sinasabi what yours is yours and what's mine is yours. Yung yung ATM sa ay nasa wife, no? So, okay.
Wala na kasi dapat naka-store ang
What about if there are mga staycations or trips, Toto and Mayen? How do you assign the expenses? Are you the kind of couple na pinaghahandaan or pinagsisavean? Say for example, next year meron kaming travel. So is it a 50-50 sharing or may in charge sa airfare, may in charge accommodation, or sa pocket money? How do you go about it?
Talaga, wala, kasi between the two of us as agency manager, I command the bigger income naman, no, kasi mas nauna ako sa industry. So as expected, mas malaki yung share ko. But, we talaga, like, we prepare, we have a pool of money, like, what I do, especially for big expenses, like, for example, lang, like December, it's a month na expected yung big expenses, especially as agency leaders, no? Kasi may mga Christmas party tayo, may mga advisors tayo na we give gifts to or we give Christmas giveaways to. So what I do is every year talaga, every January, I set aside a specific amount. It can be in time deposit or ngayon sa CIMB sa GCash kasi mas malaki yung interest. So every month I set aside a certain amount na every month ko talaga siya nilalagyan. Then yung maturity date niya is December 1 or early December para pag every month ko siya hinuhulugan, nag-aabot yung maturity niya before I need the money. So parang hindi siya instant expense for us. So si Toto also, I also collect from him every month to add on to the time deposit or to add on to the funds set aside para yun yung contribution niya.
So add lang din So to add lang din Sir Sonny and Miss Haydee, what we do kasi every year, no, part of our kasi again we're very fortunate na to have income, no, both of us are earning. So although kami naman hindi naman kami hindi kami ang tawag nito, hindi kami maluho, no. So
yes.
Yeah, so every now and then, no, we get to not really splurge but enjoy, no, a little bit, no, especially when it comes to the kids. I know that our viewers out there, no, who are also millennial parents, they can relate, no, that they as a family, no, or as a young family, they have to do something, no, at least in a year, no, for everyone, no, in the household. So what we do, no, as Mayen mentioned, early in the year, we plan out siguro a getaway, no, and then we have a pool, no, where we put in, no, so yun ang every month nilalagyan namin ng wala namang a fixed amount, no, just anything that is available, no, available, but yung net na of whatever we see, which later siguro we will also discuss with our viewers, no, how we really balance out our expenses and our savings also.
That's great, no? That's great. We'd like to hear more.
Financial discipline in the household. So, I know there's a lot of questions already for viewers, and we go to the commercial break. I just would like to shout out yung mga viewers natin tonight. Si Louie Colonia is with us. Cypress is with us. Sherry, Stephanie is with us. Thank you for watching, and please write in your questions to the comment section for Toto and Mayen. So we will be back with more of their stories after our commercial break.
All right, welcome back to the show. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share all our shows here in the new channel. All our live stream shows, like The Big Picture, are inspiring stories of notable personalities, Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m. Human Resource Management on HR Hotline, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 12 noon. The Family Business is Everyone's Business, Saturday at 4 p.m. Life, Business, and Success Stories on the Fourth Project, Saturdays, 10 p.m. Dubai and 6 p.m. Philippines. Beauty Beyond What Your Eyes Can See, Usapang Beauty, Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. Time to hear positive stories from those who have recovered, COVID Stories, Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. Life Purpose and Turnaround Stories, U-Turn, Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Build and Own a Property, The Home Buyer is Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Laugh and learn from puppetry arts around the world. The Puppet Stories is Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil magbubukas na ang TNT Marketplace. An online night bazaar is Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. Know Your Rights and Basic Law, YOLO, at Thursdays at 8:30 p.m.
Two leaders in one platform, TNC The Talk every Mondays at 12 noon. Chill and Boost after shift, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Strategize and win in life through Win Within, every Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Kids, dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Watch Danny Art Show, Fridays 5:30 p.m. Learn together across borders. Foreign Affairs, Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Because health is wealth. Healthline, Wednesdays 4 p.m. Celebrate Women at Work, 9 a.m. on Saturdays. Always have an awesome day, Mondays 2:30 p.m. Cybernext empowers people and companies to be secured in a digital world, Wednesdays at 12 noon. Know the emerging technologies shaping our future, Tech U, Fridays at 2:30 p.m. Learn and know more about market leaders on Tuesdays and Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. Having a well home brings you a well life. Tuesdays and Saturdays, 2:30 p.m. More about coping and coupling. Couple goals, Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Catch also our TNC original shows. One Day, a live storytelling alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd Luna and Apple Manansala. A show where we can talk to your valued audience. More upcoming TNC shows that will truly inspire you. Please follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube and let us help you see the new you. And of course, Money and More every Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Philippine time and 5:30 a.m. US time. Yan.
Right. So don't forget, as we said, no, to like, subscribe, and share.
Share.
Mhm. And share. These are all shows in at your service, no? And there's something for everyone here in the new channel. We'd like to welcome our viewers once again, no, to our episode today. And
Yeah, meron pa tayo dito sa live streaming, Sonny. I'd like to welcome Josefino Yokten, Nicole Flores Past, Ma'am Ching Sipulvida, Patrick, Neil Kirkpatrick, Dodgy Apple, Ma'am Apple is also watching. Vian Latonia is also watching. June De Guzman, Peter Polgo, and Charcoal but Charming. Oh, they are watching right now through our live stream.
Okay, welcome to the show, everyone. So we're back with Toto and Mayen, no? And they've been talking about how they have been managing their finances, no, during this pandemic. And just like a typical millennial couple, they have millennial, let's say, endeavors. They have millennial endeavors, no. So, and maybe that has been affected, no, because of the pandemic. And they've been talking na about how they have been adjusting, no. So let's continue this conversation, no, with Tot and Mayen. Welcome back. Right. So, you mentioned kanina that parang may division of finance labor, no. So household expenses, and you have your business expense as well, no. So let's talk about you've already mentioned a little bit about this. yung family expenses, because I think a lot of our viewers would be interested to know how you're able to do budgeting, no? And especially at a challenging time, you said, no, for entrepreneurs like yourselves, no, with variable income. What approach do you do? What are the most important things that you consider when you do your budgeting?
Like for me, it's ano talaga, like every month, kasi nga, di ba, I have to also allocate for
Mhm.
business
Okay.
expenses. So, about 40% of my monthly income, it's really set
Okay.
aside for for the business, yung staff payroll or yung mga promotion,
Okay.
agency promotions, because especially now, di ba, we're operating in a new environment. So,
Mm.
you cannot help but yung effect sa individual psyche ng mga advisors natin, so we
Okay.
really have to keep them engaged and give promotions, yung little prices lang naman to really to break the monotony of the Zoom all meetings. Kasi Zoom all na tayo ba?
Zoom like.
all.
Naka-Zoom all na.
Oh, so to break the
Zoom all.
monotony of yes, Zoom all meetings. So so we have to really set aside, and then the rest of the money naman, we really try to follow the 50-30-20 na rule, na yung 50 the needs, the 30 the wants, and the 20 yung savings, but again, we mentioned, no, we're not really yung expert talaga na yung long time practitioners, because din kami, we're still works in progress. So we try to follow the 50-30-20 rule, but yung especially now, again, we mentioned we're not really that yung maluho, and we're more of homebodies, so hindi naman kami masyado the expense on really yung entertainment and wants, wala kami masyado doon. Even before the pandemic, hindi naman kami mahilig yung sa mga mall. Para nasa bahay lang, and then we just take out the kids to the mall once a month para alam din nila ano yung mall. So we're
Millennials.
not really,
Ay,
so
nako, nga naging mga millennials. Killing
yes.
the
Si
malls.
Mayen, that was actually more on the business budgeting, Mayen, no? So I am curious about the household budget, since you were mentioning that it was Toto who's taking care of it. So ano yung what are the considerations that you also did to in terms of household budgeting during the pandemic?
Sa akin, Miss Heights, is what I really considered na kailangan talaga, or yung heavy na household expense. So yun of course, no, like for example, the mortgage sa bahay. So yun talaga it's non-negotiable, of course, kasi
It's the biggest expense, of
kasi
course.
alam mo naman. So kami din naka-loan sa Pag-ibig. So alam mo naman yung Pag-ibig, kung 1 month tatawag na sa iyo, di ba? So for me, di ba? So I know some can relate. So when the lockdown, no, or the quarantine was really announced, so I really yung parang strategize talaga ako na this is one expense that I can really never yung forgo. So the house, the yung sa bahay, tapos of course the utility bills, no? Tapos before the pandemic, we were not really utilizing much sa internet namin sa bahay. That's why until now we are stuck with the 10 Mbps na internet connection, no, but it still works. But it was also one of the expense na inisip ko, hala, since we will be online all the time, so this is also non-negotiable, so hindi to pwede mawawala. So but the others, no, like yung I mentioned earlier, yung yung gym membership, so walang problema, okay lang yan. Tapos siguro in my own way, no, for me, I have a list, no, in my cell phone. Meron kasi ako yung mga to-do list. So I make a to-do list of all yung expenses namin na kailangan bayaran on a particular date. So para ginawa ko parang reminder. So of course, para we won't miss it. And Siguro also part of the transition and strategy that we did during the pandemic is we talked to all our family members dito sa bahay. So we told our kids, no, and aming mga meron din kami kasi kaming mga yayabels dito na who are with us, no. And we all sat down one dinner, if I remember vividly, that was sometime in March, no, a few days after the lockdown. So we really sat down with them. Tapos nag-usap kami. We were always talking about saan pa tayo pwede maka-cut down. So let's say for example for the electric bill, so we had to find ways on how to cut down on it. So especially for the TV side, although I don't think it's that much naman sa electricity, we really had to do some adjustments. So for us, we don't watch TV in the morning. Okay, so or on daytime, so we usually just watch evenings na yung Netflix na. Of course, Netflix di mawawala. And before, we also had yung cable subscription. So also during the pandemic, in fact, before the pandemic, I decided to cut that out na kasi we can watch news naman online, no? We can watch YouTube, no? So dyan na lahat. So it was also one of the strategies, no? So again, as Mayen mentioned, it's still a work in progress, no? But we follow a certain rule and we make sure that all those yung mga important talaga na bills, no, and expenses are really taken care of.
Yeah, that's something new, no? Yung parang you are also engaging your yaya belts. You sat down with them kasi so that they would also know the value, no? Kung anong saan dapat titipirin. Kasi most of the time, tayo lang the you know, you, the parents and the children, in fact, minsan nga yung iba hindi na kinakausap yung mga bata, no? So they wouldn't know na dapat kailangan magtipid ka sa aircon. If you're a heavy user, dapat may number of hours lang just to cut off the expense. So that's very impressive, no? That you have also included your household help in the discussion. Diba, San?
Yeah, that's
sorry.
Go ahead.
So it's really
yes,
you involve the whole household kasi there might be some things that you have to let go kasi diba again we are on variable income, so we don't really know how much we will receive, how much income we will earn. It's not a fixed amount that we get to earn every month. So yun, we have to have the whole household involved. So ang sa amin din naman, like when it comes to our kids, they know, I think we did a good job in letting them see the value of money. Like they know that if it's morning, aircon is not allowed. So we only turn on the aircon when we're sleeping. Yun lang, sa gabi lang. So yun, then they also know like recently our youngest, si Raiden, he's 7 years old. Then he got a low grade in Filipino or Araling Panlipunan. So he got like 88% on his first grading period. So ang ano niya is, and then he was teary-eyed kasi he knows that the higher the grade, you have a discount sa tuition. So siya mismo yung, so mama, because I got a low grade, so you have to pay more for my school. So they know the effect. So yun, so we really get to involve them. Then when they know na we are in the grocery, like we tell them we're going to the grocery, so they will chat na you don't have to buy this kasi meron pa, or this is what you need to buy kasi wala na. So it's really involving the whole household. And the good thing lang din with the pandemic is because we're always here at home, no? So we were also able, this is not just about budgeting our finances, no, but also imparting the value of finances to our children. So during the pandemic, before the online schooling started, we had them do yung pizza business and ginanggang.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Saging. So I don't know how you inihaw na saging. I don't know what ginanggang is in Tagalog.
Banana Q.
So
banana Q.
They did that as their business. So yun na, alam na nila, they learned how to earn money on their own. Then sila yung nagdi-deliver sa kapitbahay, or sila yung so that's aside from budgeting the finances in during this pandemic, it's also how we budget our time to really
Okay.
maximize, not only to be productive with our careers, but also with the people that we live with, especially with our children. So yun,
All right.
that's one of the silver linings of this pandemic also.
That's great. No, those are great. Not only budgeting tips or money saving tips, but money making tips as well, ano ba? And if there's
Monetizing.
yeah, because if there's anything that the
Yes.
lockdown has shown us is that maraming pala tayong time, and this time, right? This is a good time for us to be able to discover maybe new skills or new talents, or rediscover new skills and new talents, and maybe monetize them. No? All right, we'll be talking more with Mayen and Toto when we come back from this commercial. All right, welcome back to the show, and welcome to all of our viewers who are still watching. No, we'd like to say hi and thank you for watching to Nuzrul Islam. Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
And
and
we are
the watch party, we also have Victor Uy with us and Chris Colminas. Hello, hello. And
hello
I'm pretty
everyone.
sure yung Laluces associates are also
Right,
watching right now.
right. We are still here with Mayen and Toto. Very lively ang conversation. No? I like having this conversation with millennials kasi ang iba talaga ang habits nila. No? Sabi nga, they don't go to the mall. Typical millennial. Oh, pinapatay nyo yung, yung malls. So you probably do all of the things, all of what you, mga purchases ninyo online. Di ba?
ATC na. Sabi ni Sir Efren.
Right,
ATC.
ATC, yung add to cart. How do you manage that? No? We'd like to ask you, no, as a typical millennial, how do you manage your ATC, yung add to cart habits ninyo?
Wala. I don't have that habit.
Oh, wow, okay.
Thankfully, I'm spared.
Scared, okay.
Natutulog ako yung umulan ng ATC habit.
Okay.
In my end, sa akin, Sir Sonny, I know most can relate na the convenience nowadays with online shopping is andito na lahat di ba? So very convenient. Right. One thing I did is to actually delete my Shopee and Lazada app because
it's just me.
Wow.
Yeah, I deleted
radical masyado,
kasi,
pero sige, go.
For me kasi for me if kailangan talaga may bilhin, let's say for example I'm really looking for something online. So sometimes kasi we think that it's a necessity na kailangan talaga bilhin or something, but with what I did, na deleting the app, I still have to open my computer or another device and log into Shopee or Lazada. So I can do that naman if I really need to buy something, as compared to having the convenience of the app on my phone. kasi minsan pag bored tayo, 'di ba? So we just scroll ano kaya magandang i-add to cart today, no? Lalo na yung
What's in
11,
the
11,
marketplace?
12, 12, ano pa yung mga Oo. So, although yeah, this is just me, this is just me, but for me kasi if I don't really have the need for it, no, unless if really necessary, no, kailangan ko pala ng ganito. So, for convenience then of course, no, actually convenience is a good thing, but sometimes if it's abused, no, it's also a bad thing, no, like especially the ETC, ano yung ETC habit, 'di ba? So, for me, I don't have the Shopee and Lazada app, no, on my cell phone.
For me naman, ano naman no, I actually I have the Shopee app on my phone, but ang nabili ko lang sa Shopee really was the yung paint that I used for this, yung mga clay that yung initially it was just for arts and crafts with the kids kasi we're also the type of parents na we don't believe in gadgets being the babysitters. So we really we engage the kids in activities, no, like arts and crafts, ganun. So when lockdown started, ano pa si Shopee operational. So I bought yung clay, polymer clay, yung paint. So during the beginning of lockdown, wala talagang gadget. So yung mga bato-bato dyan, pinapinturahan namin ng Pokemon. So, or we did polymer clay stuff. And then good thing kasi at first I thought it was just an expense for amusement or for for the kids, so the kids will have something to do, but we were actually able to monetize it again, no, learning a new skill because we have the time now. So we get to learn new skills and everything really is in YouTube. So what I already know the basics, especially in clay making. So we improved with YouTube tutorials. So with Riley and myself, my daughter, 10-year-old daughter, we actually made money last December also selling Christmas ornaments for made of clay. So then
may sample ka ba dyan, Yen?
Wala na, ubos ang stock. So and then sold out siya. And then we did like yung polymer sculpture. I also made, so nagkapasok-pasok na nga with all the, so kasi you have to bake it. So yun, the expenses we incurred at the beginning of the pandemic, kasi we did not know naman at that time how long it will last, di ba? So at the start, it was just to amuse the kids, to have them so that they get to be doing something. But 9 months into the lockdown, so we were able to monetize it. So nabawi ko naman yung raw materials, may profit margin pa. So and also it's a new skill for me and for the kids. So we made our own Christmas ornaments for our Christmas tree, and even the giveaways that we give to friends and clients, we made them ourselves. So
nice.
It's so it's talaga unintentionally at the beginning, but over time sa 9 months ba naman. So, ayun, pagkaperahan nga. So, yun.
If I may add, Sir Sonny.
Go ahead.
If I may add, Sir Sonny, during the pandemic kasi, most of us are just at home. One of the things na I really took advantage of is the time, no? So we have the time kasi as mentioned ni Mayen kanina, grabe yung malayo kami sa city, so going to the office before pandemic, we need around 1 hour and a half siguro or something. But now, since we're just at home, so mas marami ang time. So for me personally also, yung na-mention din ni Mayen, no, I took on another skill, no? So I read a lot also during the pandemic, and since we are both in the financial industry, so a couple of years ago I was into stocks trading din. But yung just for the I'm investing in something, but during this pandemic I also took on the opportunity to really to learn more, no? So instead of just instead of buying stuff in Shopee, so I invest in stocks, no? I buy stocks, no? So for me it's kasi I'm a believer of if you plant something now, so of course in the future you will really reap it, no? So for me, yung what I do during the pandemic is I enrich my mind, no? I enrich also my skills, no, and shout out din sa mga ka-group namin sa Creators of Wealth Philippines. So I think our founder Horin was one of the
Yes, he was
guests, no,
here.
a couple of episodes ago. So I was with them, no, and they it was something that I really embraced also na this is a pandemic, no, or a certain situation is we can really find a silver lining out of it. So yun, I
Right.
really enrich myself, no, and it's really something ba na it's also income generating, of course, no, and yun, and ano pa ba, in terms of yung pizza business na konti, no, para sa mga kids, no, so we will
Saka yung
also
decluttering, so
yes,
yung
so
Yes.
we sold off some of our old stuff and then
O,
donated.
di,
Yung
Yeah,
may
no,
puppy na kami na katas ng barter kasi we
Yun.
bartered the puppy for an extra sewing machine that I
Yun.
had. So we got a puppy in exchange. So yun lang. Then yung decluttering, then we found out na ang dami palang sapatos ng mga bata na can still be sold at a good price. So we were able to sell it off. Tapos na bakante pa yung bodega. So ano talaga siya?
Yeah. One of the
Use the
best
time
things really
wisely.
that yes, one of the best things really that this pandemic has given us is actually time, no? So, ngayon we are able to know or learn things that we wanted to know long before but we didn't have the time. So, yun nga, you were saying, Toto, about the stock trading, and actually I am very interested in that, and that's why we had Horeb a few episodes ago, and that is also one thing na talagang hindi ko nabigyan ng oras, even if I was in the industry for 18 years. Now the fear, because of fear, no, and now the fear is already gone because you are able to learn new things at this time.
Yes, there's always an opportunity, even in a crisis, no? What can we expect from you guys, no? Toto and Mayen, your business owners, no, of Digal Laluces Associates. All right. What can we expect? What are your future activities for your group?
So, ano lang, no, for us again, we're very lucky, no, to be in a career ba na we continue to earn, and at the same time we're not as exposed to the dangers of the virus outside, no, kasi we get to do our jobs at home. So we're
Right.
very lucky to have this career, and really for this coming months we're really focusing on expansion. So it's
Okay.
really getting more insurance advocates, insurance warriors to join that team. So that's for us business wise. But for ano lang, overall lang, no, in general, ano lang, it's this pandemic, this too shall pass. This will come to pass din, di ba? So like our parents and our grandparents, they have, di ba, World War, they have, iba yung crisis nila, and then they have stories to tell us about those times. But we don't get to experience wars. Wala tayo nun, but this is
our pandemic.
our
Okay.
war now. And then, but this too shall pass. Ang ano lang namin is, like 5 years down the road, 3 years down the road, 10 years down the road, what stories would you want to be telling people? And then your children, what stories would you want them to tell their children? So we're really taking this time to make sure that the story we tell is a story of triumph, na it's a story of learning something new, of evolving, of adapting, and learning new things, of making memories, happy memories at that. So it's not completely without trials and challenges, no? Kasi again, who would have thought na this would happen, no? But it's happening. So there's no point lamenting and whining over what might have been or what should be, but it's really we have to evolve and adapt to what we have now. So yun lang talaga sa amin what we do as personal personal goal, our goals for our kids, our goals for our team, our goals for our advisors. It's really that we come out of this pandemic with stories of triumph ba. Hindi lang siya puro bad memories.
Surviving.
May happy may happy ending, may moral lesson.
Yes.
not just surviving,
also to
but
add, no?
writing.
Yeah, would you want to add something, Toto, to that?
Also to add, no, I believe kasi most of our viewers also are employed, no, and not having variable income. As you know, kasi in the insurance industry, kami we live off on a variable income. But one thing also, no, that probably I can impart also to our viewers is it is something also that I've learned during the pandemic, that even if we are yung income natin is yung okay, yung steady, no, steady, hindi variable. Kasi mindset, since we're talking about money management, it's all about mindset then. So why not think that your income is variable, no? Even if it's not. Why? Because it keeps you on your toes kasi, di ba? So that way, if your mindset is your income is variable, kahit hindi variable, no, I'm sure, no, you will really take a good look at your expenses and everything. So yun. And for those also in variable income, no, it's, and I mentioned naman kanina, it's good to have another something that you can monetize, no, another income stream. And having that mindset kasi na we're always getting ready for the future, no, just in case.
Right.
Yun nga, sino nga makapag who would have thought na we will be living like this, no, during these times. But again, for me kasi yung during these times kasi mindset din natin yung pinaka-importante, no, na we have to have a strong, no, mental well-being. And I believe then yun nasabi ni Mayen, our those who came before us, they have they have
battles to fight.
Yes, so
they have
waded through, no, this stormy seas, no, but at the end of the day, we're still here, no, we're thankful, no, we still have jobs, we still have income. But again, I hope also that those affected, this will also serve a lesson for us, no, that we really have to start, no, thinking about our future, thinking about emergencies such, and it's we learn through our pains, no, and our suffering.
Yes. And make sure your insurance premiums are up to date because
Yon. Yan ang pinaka-importante.
Actually true.
We're living in times of uncertainties, di ba? We hope for the best but we prepare for the worst. So yun
Right.
lang, di ba? Yun lang.
It's the
Wow,
best
okay.
gift that
Words.
you can give to your family.
Very
Yeah,
important.
great parting words, no, from power couple Mayen and Toto. Always a pleasure to listen to both of you. No, it's great. It's a great opportunity for us now to impart some of the things that you've learned sa True to Life, no, to our audience. Maraming salamat. You can find out more about Diga Laluces Associates in their Facebook page. Okay, i-search nyo lang po, nandun po sila. And it's always down below. And it's always great to be able to talk to both of you, no. Marami din akong nakukuhang insights, no, sa millennial mindset. No, very admirable ang mga ginagawa ninyo.
Yes.
Millennial ka din,
Yung
Yeah.
right. So it's great to listen to both of you. We'll talk more, but thank you very much for your time tonight. Right? Give our regards to. Of course, anytime. Give our regards to your kids.
Riley
And
Ryder.
take care where you are.
Thank you so much, Toto and Mayen.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Maraming
Thank
salamat.
you.
Shout out DLA, hello everyone.
Yeah,
Attendance,
any
don't
last
forget.
words for your fans out there? Short message?
Short message.
Attendance, don't forget.
Ano lang.
Attendance.
See you in the next Zoom meeting. All right.
Okay, this too shall pass.
All right.
This too shall pass lang.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Mayen and
Mayen and
Toto.
Toto.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Yan.
So that wraps up another episode with for Money and More. Great insights now from this millennial couple. Thank you very much for being here. And yun,
I have always
New Year.
admired them, Sonny. No, they're one of the couples that I've considered na cool, very cool.
Lingaw kayo ng paminawon no ang ilang kwan. Madaldal
Yes.
sila. But it's always great, no? So it's a new year, new start for everybody. Hope this year will be a better year for us, no? it can only get better, right? So for everyone in the audience tonight,
Leia Kines and Edwin Gokwan is with us tonight. Happy New Year and thank you for watching.
Happy New Year, everybody. Always remember, 2021 is a great time to look at your finances, and remember that financial freedom
is in your hands.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.